And that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now the former Sooner, this is Rodney Anderson. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down, and that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Bravo! Alert! 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 Rush in! Rush in!
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Hey, dude. Hey, I'm 133. Pistol. Check it out. Point it right. Check 13.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
180. Let's get it together, deep. Alert.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
Check. Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They'll run it with Elliott. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Ezekiel Elliott, 31 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Tony Pollard, 70 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Of course, he's fresh off the Offensive Player of the Week in the AFC, and what a game it was last week, and a long touchdown run right there.
He and his offensive line, the receivers blocking downfield, they're all in sync right now. Could carry him to a 2nd straight Player of the Week award.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard
line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Check right. No. Off. Joker. Alert. Check 25. Watch twist. Check 3. Check 4.
So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go, fellas.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Army. Twist. Alert, 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 alert.
58, boy, 58.
Trubisky will throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Under crush, under crush, under crush.
Jack! Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Hey, alert.
Lock in, lock in.
Switch it, switch it, switch it.
Elliott. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
Kenny Moore brought him down. It's a gain of 2. 3rd down and 13.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Hey, we heavy on the
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Check, check. Check, 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 check. Tighten up. Red, tuck. Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Get up. 180.
Check back 47. Watch the run, watch the run.
Red, tuck.
Baby, that's a baby shot.
Play action. It's Trubisky. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Switch up, switch
Point
up.
it right, point it right, point it right.
Slay. 36.
Right touch.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throw it. Mayfield. Screenplay. Anderson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one.
Let's go, defense.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Big stop, G.
Hey, Charlie. Regular. I got you.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield going for the deep ball. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Paul Richardson, 33 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Let's go. Watch the eye. Deuce. Slant.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes were being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. Red, go.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check the back.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. They'll run on first down. Pollard. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Alert!
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. 20. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point right down the middle. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They run. Anderson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be fourth down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? AFC title game, second quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tavarius Moore, but he'll take this back down inside the 20. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it second down. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now it's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Check 50, check 50. Alert, 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 alert.
Now Elliott. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming.
18.
Here's Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So on 4th down, Doug Marrone going to send out his field goal unit. And his kick here is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
They'll run with Pollard. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Second and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Let's go, T. Let's go. Shit.
10th carry now for Elliott. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Here's Trubisky. And connecting here with DJ Shark. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On second down, Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That second down play nets a -4.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mike
5-4.
Stay with your man. Lock in. Check, Mike. Hey, seam 6.
On third down, Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
That's it, baby.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Check 19. Check 13.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Right here.
180.
On third down, Mayfield dancing to his left. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs.
Tight dog. Tight dog. Tight dog. Ran, tuck. Ran, tuck. Hey, Foxtrot.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Hey.
Now it's Trubisky. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, turn it up. Back. Wide. Hey, 18.
99. Check
Hey, alert.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Yo, Mike's 47.
Hey, wahoo!
Out of the gun, Trubisky. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First down, and it's Pollard again. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Trying to run for it with Pollard. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
It's our time. It's our time. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Switch.
One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And a tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They'll run Anderson, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Pollard again. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. Let's think about this stage of the second half. You're taking the chip shot field goal, right?
Boy, I'd love to be on the headset right now between head coach and play caller because you know it's a heavy conversation right here because I'm guaranteed the play caller is like, Coach, I've got this. I've got to play for this one. But the smart play, kick the field goal, take the chip shot, 3 points.
Yeah, tie the game. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Don't get nervous. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Alert, 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 alert.
Crash, crash. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check 3, check 3. Check, check. Press up.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And some space here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Slam. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. Check safety. Check the backer. Kill.
They'll run with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
At the 38-yard line.
Watch the run.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Hey, my 7.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Second catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Watch QB zone. Bang.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Back on his 48-yard line.
Check Mike 54. Get that quarterback.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Before that last pass, 2 interceptions had already been thrown. And this last one tipped in the air, which means everyone on defense is almost fighting each other in order to get to the football to try and make it a third. Once you've thrown a couple, it's almost like a swarm of bees going after the ball. And in this case, they weren't able to get there before it fell to the ground.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 52. He's coming. We got double up.
On first down, Pollard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
We own them. Check. He's coming. Double up.
Regular. Switch.
They'll keep it on the ground. Pollard. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Run.
And the blitz does come. And the throw there going to be incomplete. There was the pressure you were talking about, force the incompletion.
Yeah, it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Hurry.
Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Trubisky now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Jim. 80 weapon.
Switch gears. Showing it.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Let's go. Check. Kill. Turn it up. Turn it up.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check 15.
Here's Mayfield. Sliding out of the pocket. And that's incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Alert! Hey, alert 33. Pistol.
Now Mayfield, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at about the 14. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines.
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds.
And there he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 63 yards. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
This will be fielded at the 6.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, and at the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Mayfield. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, exit. Let's see what you got. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. I got you.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made.
Let's go.
A huge play there for Denver. 41 yards. A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal.
Regular.
They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Portland Sutton. Incomplete. It's 4th down and goal at the 5-yard line.
And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on 4th down. One last shot for Mayfield here. We'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. And the AFC champion has been crowned onto the Super Bowl. There cannot be a better feeling than this.
It's almost indescribable. And when we talk to players from the past, a lot of them mention getting to the Super Bowl, winning a conference championship, even before they talk about the Super Bowl itself. All that hard work to get to your goal, incredible.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.